consistency or lack thereof, depending. But here we go, guys. Leshka versus KeRpaL, first map up. And we're going to be following Leshka out of the gate as he just hops back up, but KeRpaL's already ready for that fight with a rocket launcher up top. Leshka going, all right, fine, you've got rockets up there? All right, whatever. But he's still here. He's still hanging out. The Mega's still up. There's the grab, and Leshka's going to die for it. But Leshka gets an awesome spawn right on the red armor. But we have that almost immediately railed off. So yellow's going to be up, but it's going to be Leshka kind of caught in the corner. And yeah, he's just on a low amount of options right now. Nasty. So yeah, I think I saw... Oh, go ahead.
KeRpaL, a really good start already. Mega got all these armors left.
Yeah.
Let's start to push in.
And that should have been a good, second start for Leshka on that red. It just... The rail from KeRpaL was on point. But I think after that second frag, I saw Leshka just take a quick breath and like, all right, reset button. Not a bad angle there from Leshka, but he didn't really have the health to bring to that fight. I mean, dropping down with 25. It's a good thought, but he really needs to be stacking up on health before he really engages KeRpaL anymore here. He's still looking for these pot shots. And sitting on the 50 health is going to make him a bit of an easy target. Fortunately, he got out with a net gain of health there. He's looking for time to move down towards the red armor. But he doesn't really have any explosives to deal with, which you really need, going into that fight. And his rails aren't connecting either, so that's a bit of a problem there. So taking a look at KeRpaL, he's looking pretty comfortable. He took no damage in that last fight. Over the top. He's just looking for Leshka to show his face. Nice initial rocket.
Drops down. Nice shots.
Totally.
It's looking so solid. Nothing Leshka can really do.
So he switched to an older, crappier mouse, allegedly.
Yeah.
But man, the shit that he's hitting is still kind of unreal. So 2 minutes in and 7-on-0. That's a rough lead to be giving KeRpaL this early in the game. Nice. So finally a little bit of retaliation coming out of Leshka to knock off some of KeRpaL's stack. Those rockets are doing quite a good job, and Mega's going to get that. Should be a Mega going over to Leshka, so well won there for him. And he could cross the map and go over for the red, so KeRpaL kind of lost his composure there, but I need to wonder why Leshka hadn't already grabbed the red by the time that KeRpaL left. I mean, was Leshka that... This is his first opportunity at item control since the map started. He really needs to be focused on that.
And I don't like his positioning on these approaches.
Yeah.
He's not going to hit a lot of shots from there.
But he can still get away with that red armor. KeRpaL, once he's knocked off of his horse a little bit there as far as timing goes, looks like he hasn't really snappily gotten back on it. Now it's KeRpaL going silent, which he's totally fine to do, 8 frags up, that's alright, cool.
Oh, damn. It's a really good response from KeRpaL. We'll take the kill. Make his way over to the red. Cuts Leshka off here. And this is actually where Leshka could get an item.
Yikes.
Oh, 1 health, but that's really nasty.
And good
All that
gunplay
work
there.
for naught.
That gunplay pretty much nullifies that red armor, but Leshka still has that Mega to play with, but man, cannot make any hits. It's just rockets on rockets, should be doing just as much damage there, but no. KeRpaL got away with that almost completely unscathed and is now waiting, 10 seconds for this Mega? That will be a problem. And he's finally realizing, okay, maybe not now. Maybe now is not the time. So there's another red armor for Leshka, finally taking it away for free. And taking away Mega as well. So KeRpaL, due to his lack of timing, has lost out both items, but does it really matter when you're just hitting rails like that?
Good patience there.
And he's weak here. But Leshka's still got a stack advantage. I'll have to see if Leshka can actually find and corner KeRpaL to make the damage happen. Because again, this is good control for Leshka, but if you lose this fight, I'm gonna be mad. I'm mad. I'm officially mad. KeRpaL should not have won that fight. I mean, Leshka's putting a lot of faith into these, you know, finisher rails, but if you miss one and your opponent still got LG out, it's a good game.
Oh wow, KeRpaL just putting on a show here. 13-1.
Yeah.
I hit about halfway now. KeRpaL doesn't look like he's gonna let up at all. He'll pick up the mega health. And he's gonna just pick off Leshka here right off spawn. He's gonna wait for the next spawn by the yellow.
I mean, that was Leshka's
Leshka
big
wants
moment to
that.
shine. That was it. And then there was such a weird situation getting caught in that fight. But KeRpaL, you know, got to hand it to him. You know, he was able to turn the aggression on at just the right moment. And fortunately for him, Leshka just wasn't hitting shit. But 15-on-1. Yeah, I think this first map is going to go over to KeRpaL, no problem. Yeah, KeRpaL could take away Mega after that spawn. Which is a big, you know, pumping of the brakes. As soon as, all right, yeah, I made the frag. Yeah, cool, I took control away. Oh, wait, no, my opponent spawned on the item. Even if you do eventually kill him like Leshka just did, you know, it slows you down significantly.
Oh, Leshka, what are you doing?
Being 100% done is what he's doing.
Just hugging that all. He's getting ready for the next map.
Yeah.
Speaking of the next map,
I wouldn't be
Just
too
gonna
surprised
check
to
if-
see a GG here before too long, but Leshka likes
oh,
to play it out.
KeRpaL removed the M2. That means the M6 is still open, which is Leshka's best map.
You get to that point in the map where you're just taking damage all the time, so you don't even really notice anymore. I spawn, take a bunch of LG. Yeah, okay, man, whatever. Yeah, 16-on-5. Leshka, again, taking away items here, but his timing for the red is way off. And this is a moment where Leshka should really be reading his opponent more for item timing than depending on himself, because, again, even assuming it wasn't 5-16, he's just burning valuable time. You'll notice that by the red armor, there's not a whole lot of other crap. There's that 25 at the corner, and I think, I mean, other than that, there's not a whole lot of items around that area.
Shares that armor and 2 corridors of death.
Yeah. So it's not like you can farm for other stuff while you're waiting for that red. If you're trying to hatch an egg there, you're going to be cutting yourself off from the rest of the map pretty effectively.
I like this though. This guy's at least bring up his aim right now.
Yeah, I mean, if it were a 15-minute game, he might have something here.
Yep. Luckily, that's all in the past. I don't know. I think it still fits some games.
But Leshka will have another chance. If it is indeed DM6, that could be a bit tighter for him. But again, it was mostly just some of the decisions, and actually, I do want to point out that he's got, what, okay, 24 EB. He's picked it up, but he was missing a lot of really critical shots. Final minute here, and yeah, we're just in Barnum and Bailey mode now. KeRpaL, you know, he's playing pretty solid. I don't think there was anything in this match that really signified as exemplary for him. Just more mistakes by Leshka.
Yeah.
Still not getting a really good feel for his play here.
I mean, that's KeRpaL. He has really strong aim, and he just plays how he should.
I just said that, you know, Leshka was kind of dumb for sitting on a red armor for 15 seconds, but on the flip side, you know, where was KeRpaL during that time, and how come he didn't punish that red? So we'll have to see how that plays with the M6. So there we go. 19 on 9. Yeah. Like, it's not like it wants to be like UT 2K 17. But here we go. Oh, geez. Leshka already taken just enormous amounts of rocket damage out of the gate as red armor comes back up. KeRpaL sitting on it with 3 seconds to spare. right on the red, which is tempting for Leshka, but Leshka has to give that up as KeRpaL's rockets are on point. And as he moves into the mega side of the map, you know, Leshka's already there and gone, which is good for him. We have a bit of a split going on at least. Which means things will be really vital coming into this next fight. Now Leshka's only got shotgun and rocket launcher. Going fairly silent though. Here's some spam coming out of KeRpaL, but as Leshka comes back into the red armor room, he does so just a little bit too late.
Good LG.
And yeah, he really didn't have anything coming into that fight in terms of preparedness or having the right weapon out. Didn't quite get that wall jump either. But Leshka popping back through the teleporter. Hasn't really taken all that away in a while here, but this yellow armor will help. And if KeRpaL wants to be down there for 5 whole seconds on the Mega, then that's cool with Leshka. Because, yeah, he can go and take this red away for free.
Oh,
and by
KeRpaL's
the
in
time
trouble.
KeRpaL realizes that, oh, crap, I got that completely backwards, it's too late. Did Leshka end up picking up that yellow? I didn't hear it.
Oh.
Oh, no, but hey,
he did
no,
not.
it was planned. It was planned. It was like, all right, I'm going to go lose this fight, and we respawn here, and grab this yellow. Cool. We're good.
Damn, that worked out really well for him.
Yeah.
And that red's
Man,
coming
this
up
is-
soon.
This was the first map in the first video broadcast I ever did. Just remembering that now. It was actually like a QuakeCon match, but it happened at a bad time, so I ended up doing a demo broadcast of it. And I was using an S video card. That was like back in 2008 or 9? Oh.
Oh, I remember when you said you had to video demo cast
Yeah,
or something.
man. And it was this map. It's been a while. I've never been good at this map. This map always played pretty awkwardly for me, but it's good shit. I do like the water puddles down in the bottom. That's been my favorite.
Yeah, I think those are alright. People rarely use that section now. And back in the day, people like to hide in there.
Back in the day, yeah.
Way back.
But
KeRpaL's looking really good here. Like, he's don't look out of it yet. Just gonna try and find Leshka here.
But Leshka's responding a little bit better. You know, he's getting out of these fights a little bit cleaner, and if things go crazy, then he's been a little bit more responsive. But that was a nasty rail for Leshka to take. We have red armor coming up, though. And yeah, we've seen a lot more item trades here. Leshka's relying more on his LG here, but he's run out of ammo. And yeah, he's so willing to get into these fights without any weapons. You know, he sees KeRpaL and he's like, all right, what have I got? All right, cool, that's enough. Sir, it's only 2 toothpicks and a used Kleenex. All right, cool. We'll be fine. We're good. Moonshield was chastising me for making fun of Warxon. I wasn't making fun of it. I was actually directed a little bit more at Xenotic, but yeah. Warxon hasn't been around long enough for me to have any real derision towards it, so I'm still like, alright, it's unfortunate that, you know, you don't have any of your own assets or maps yet, but I want to believe in you.
If anything, it's just some observations.
Yeah, Xenotic has been around long enough. I feel like I can poke and prod legitimately. Anyway, uh-oh. Leshka hung up there for a second.
Oh.
But he has almost half the ping of KeRpaL. Which means that if he does win this map, KeRpaL is going to have a few things to say about it. With 5 minutes 40 seconds left, we have KeRpaL in the lead, but only by a single frag this time, much tighter than the last map. Oh, man, it was a great rocket, but he had to give up so much time on the LG shaft for that. She was like, all right, cool, we're good now. Again, his pathing is looking really weird.
Oh, LG?
Yeah.
Damn, that was strong.
Yeah, so
Take
Leshka's
this
LG is
red.
at 23%. KeRpaL's is sitting at 30. A pretty big gap there.
Yeah, it sucks when you can't count on one of your weapons. Really, KeRpaL will pick up this mega health and make his way up top.
KeRpaL already had the item grabs, though, so that wasn't helping that fight out either. So I'll extend his lead 5-9, but it may be 10-9 here, yeah. 10-5. So again, like, it's odd for Leshka to pick these LG on LG fights when he knows that his opponent's at least like 100, 150. Yikes.
Wow, and this lead is getting pretty significant here for KeRpaL.
Unfortunately, because Leshka was actually ahead for a little while, and he was looking fairly well balanced in terms of his positioning and what fights he was picking, and now he's kind of resorted back to throwing himself at him. And unfortunately, he's had to give up like 4 frags to pick up that one with the LG. His LG just isn't his strong point today. His rockets are doing pretty good, but overall his aim is just not quite on par as KeRpaL's here. Now he's looking nervous about it. It's not going to be useful having this fight for red armor. So he gets the 1 rail on red. Finally those 225 spawn up with the yellow. So that wasn't so bad. But he couldn't take away the 50. Oh, then he pushes back in for it. Decides, all right, I've had enough of this shit. I like the little moment of like, no, wait, this is my 50. I earned it. Came back in with those rockets, but unfortunately it was a short-lived victory. Couldn't quite turn it into a runner or control. But he might be able to fight for this red. No such luck, and he ends up losing that 1 frag.
In the worst way possible.
Yeah. And I would argue that was his best moment of the map. He's just throwing down the gauntlet. Oh well. But 3 minutes, it looks like Leshka might not be more than much of a speed bump in KeRpaL's path to the finals. Oof. But that was a pretty rail. Won't take that from him.
Leshka didn't take that much damage at all.
Oh boy. This could be big, actually. Taking away yellow, there's still 8 seconds left to Mega. He needs to find a fight right now. He needs to make this a clean
5
Mega,
frags.
so he needs to not be dicking around by the Mega here right now. He's wasting too much time. But 4 seconds left to red.
Okay,
If he comes in
now.
with the Mega, then yeah, he can find his
good
opponent here at
choice.
the corner. This is excellent. Just dive right in on him. KeRpaL was expecting him to go up for the red immediately. But again, why wasn't KeRpaL better positioned for the red to begin with? So
Yeah, he was out of position, and I don't know how Leshka just went there.
makes me again raise my eyebrow if KeRpaL moves forward. This is a dumb fight though. There we go. You can finish him off. 10 to 13, 2 minutes. Leshka's going to come back in on the red armor. About 3 seconds too early, but not too bad. Enough to... Oh, man. He just turned on his LG. Just replaced the double A's in that thing. Holy crap. I think that one moment of
Leshka.
breaking on that 50 health might have been cathartic for him. But now he's taking a butt ton of spam. He's going to be able to give it up. Take away one of those 25s and a yellow armor. Good choices, actually. So it's going to be a yellow for yellow trade. So he's back up to 100-100. And it's going to be KeRpaL now deciding, okay, this is getting too real. It's time to back off a little bit. But now he's actually still sticking around with these rockets and finally getting in a rail. Should have come up with that at the first. But 1 minute, 18 seconds left, and it's 1 frag between them now. And that is not a Mega that KeRpaL needed to give up. He fought so hard just to do damage on that red, just to keep Leshka down, and then he gives up the Mega? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Were you watching him at that point?
Wow, No, I was watching Leshka.
So now we're tied. And this is certainly a different Leshka that we're looking at. Again, his LG just took an immediate spike.
And
now
KeRpaL just
KeRpaL's
looks
on the run.
so unconfident. Even once he gets a little bit going.
Oh. Telefrag like that.
I just want to call it right now.
But it all came down to that, grab of... he took the 225s, he took the yellow. He came back up for the 50 to kind of solidify things. And KeRpaL said no, and Leshka was tired of hearing no. That really did him a lot of good. So holy shit, what an awesome comeback here. Yeah, he can actually...
Really solid.
he can actually slow spawn this worst case, but no, he's got this. Which
Okay,
means
yeah.
it'll be forcing KeRpaL into a tiebreaker for the first time since, I don't know, a long time. Very long time indeed.
But I think the game is much better off.
Yeah. I mean, the weapons are so hurdy, and the armor's so relatively soft that, the control game is deep enough as it is. But that said, we've got Leshka here against KeRpaL in the not the grand final, the semifinal, grand final of the semifinal rather, the tiebreaker here. Leshka taking away Mega Health, Rockets, and EB, taking his way over towards yellow armor. we've got red in the hands of KeRpaL.
Sure.
And again, a lot of damage dealt out by KeRpaL there. Not a whole lot of response from Leshka there. Got one initial shot in, but
The
KeRpaL's
other way
still looking
around.
pretty good.
Leshka's doing a lot of damage, and Leshka's looking good here for red armor. KeRpaL pushes in. Ooh.
But he's still down to 23 health. He can still get the frag, though, getting him on the board, but he's incredibly weak now. There's the 225s above the red armor that he can take, but nice jump from Leshka there. Just getting the fuck out of that fight. All right.
I mean, he'll get the yellow armor.
Gets KeRpaL down to 17 health, meaning he'll have to give it up. Is Leshka able to trap the 50, though? No, he passes below it, completely
gets the red.
oblivious to KeRpaL.
It's fine. He's got the red and mega.
Yeah, so that
They
took
still have
KeRpaL
timing.
out of the fight, but maybe he just had his priorities right. I would have at least like glanced up there to confirm that he's up there, though.
Yeah, I would have. I would have guessed that he picked up the 50. But Leshka finally putting on some hurt.
I think you take away another red here. Got 2 seconds to Mega. His timing's pretty tight, but KeRpaL's already there. Unfortunately, being already there and not getting a clean escape can often be a problem. So that's KeRpaL's still picking up a frag, but that leaves him incredibly low. Even after the 225s, he's only at 66 health. So KeRpaL's going to need to cover a lot of distance to stack back up here. In the meantime, Leshka is actually trapping out the red armor. Holy crap. Which is usually much more viable than trying to trap out the Mega. But there's another Mega going over to KeRpaL. We're still tied here 2-2. Man, Leshka's been putting on some work. He must have been practicing fairly heavily for this.
I think so. I mean, he did beat KeRpaL in a cup 2 cups ago.
That's
In
right,
the grand
yeah.
finals. And he came second again last time. It's always been like this for a while. Leshka second, KeRpaL first.
Well, with it being single a limb here, might not even be that. So KeRpaL, 2 frags up. Leshka's got green armor here. A bad initial hit with that riot gun, and then switches over to LG after the rocket. So that's not going to be a great way to do a lot of damage there. But Leshka can spawn Mega. 2 seconds left. Uh-oh. KeRpaL's calling a timeout here. But we got 2 seconds left to red. Leshka's going to be there way, way before KeRpaL can make it in. Pro strats. Yeah, that's so tough.
Throw off that timing.
Time in.
There we go.
3. I don't think Leshka has too much to worry about. I mean, KeRpaL's going to be... And he's going to get that initial rail hit. Looks for the second on the pickup. Not going to happen. And Leshka's not quite gone, but he gets the trade in. So KeRpaL's weak now. This is really big for Leshka. If he can find KeRpaL at the yellow. Yeah. It's not going to be quite a denial of the item, but he's going to be able to take the frag with taking relatively little damage. And this is not a Mega they need to be fighting over. This is... Alright, cool. Leshka finishes him off with
narrowly.
that EB very, very narrowly. But, like I was
He loses
mentioning,
on this red, but I mean,
it wasn't a good place for Leshka to have that fight. That was unfortunate. Nice damage on the Mega, though. That's going to even them up a bit. But he really needed that EB shot. Ah! Even though he was still at 120, wouldn't quite have done it. But there's a nice one there. Keeping them close, keeping them one frag
pretty
apart.
decent. KeRpaL doesn't rush here. Yeah, we'll get a clean red. Plenty of time before the mega health. KeRpaL. Oh, the LG is so strong.
Jeez, just runs directly at you. Pro strat. So Leshka really gave up that red armor way too easily. I mean, if your opponent's sitting there in front of the Mega, just like, sure, right, whatever, just go ahead and grab it. But all right, rockets and grenades, or you can rocket jump out and burn some of that yourself. Your choice. And then it's more about trapping them at mid-map. But these rockets, though, beautiful shots. It's going to be a mutual frag there. It's still 2 frags up for KeRpaL as we near the halfway point.
Yellow and LG, it's a good start, but this rocket fight. Leshka's rocket in that corridor been really bad.
Nice.
KeRpaL gonna push in. Leshka gets away with the red armor.
But
Mega's
showing up
up.
at Mega right now with 19 health, well, amazingly, he gets away with it. Sort of like the last map where KeRpaL had some fights so he could really show up to, and he just didn't.
He went up the
Digging
jump
him out.
pad. It's really slow.
Nice plasma coming out of Lesh. And this brings him within 1 frag. And he can finally hit the rail that he needs at that range.
There you go. Finally an important one.
Yeah.
Give away the mega health, but he can heal up.
Yeah, Leshka is going to just finally give that up there. But he could take... Oh no, he's actually getting a little bit sneaky here. Holy crap.
What?
The fact that KeRpaL got away with that fight is just amazing, but that was a really good trap laid up by Leshka. That drops KeRpaL down to 21 health. He left that yellow armor to make that trap happen, though.
Again, like, Leshka's rocket's letting him down when he needs it the most.
And this quarter just hasn't been his friend.
No, it hasn't. He'll pick up this 50 here and actually try and put a hurt on.
Because then you're
him.
facing down, you know, constant LG and grenades and plasma. It's not a fun corridor. Oy. So KeRpaL's narrowly holding on to his lead here. But I think the moment Leshka decides that, alright, the mega corridor is something I don't need to be at, then I think that's going to give Leshka a big leg up. Leshka's had pretty solid control of the reds here so far. Still 3 seconds away. He's going to take a yellow first, come back in for it. And KeRpaL's still pretty far away. It's going to be a trade between the mega and the red, which is a perfectly fine trade for Leshka, as he was able to take away one of the yellows. And actually... Oh, actually, KeRpaL's looking at some really good armor as well. Nice, drop down immediately. Oh. KeRpaL looked like he was fairly ready for it, though, and as Leshka escapes back up the jump pad, KeRpaL's going to be left with about 50 armor. 2 seconds to red, though. Can Leshka show up? Yeah, he's actually got a pretty even stack with them. It's going to be a fight over it. There's the rail and the rocket, and KeRpaL's still in this fight. He hasn't decided to get the fuck away yet, and KeRpaL's going to go down, just barely.
Mega up for grabs.
And Leshka's like, finally, I can get a mega all to myself. Oof. Good damage traded, but 3 seconds left to red, and Leshka's in a good position here. He's even going to find him at the yellow armor, and with rockets, it's going to be absolutely brutal. He took almost no damage in that. Not that he could afford to, but he brought this back within 1 frag.
And he's just desperately hoping for those 25s.
That rail, though. Now he's getting smarter on the mega. This is much better. Like, you can leave whenever you want. You got 20 health. Don't worry about it. You could just fucking, yeah. Take those 225s. Yeah. Do it.
Let him have mega.
And then catch him in mid. There you go. Bad player. I know this shit. I just never follow my own advice. But 1 frag, 2 minutes in. And Leshka's, you know, he's really starting to collate his resources here. He's not giving up any more fights. At least I hope not. He's, oh, man, again, biting into it.
Good first rocket, but man.
Good damage, and he can turn it right back around with the gunblade, which is essentially a map reset. He took a bit of damage there, but that 50 will even it back up,
no.
and he can leap to red. He can just go. Again, this corner is not his buddy. He does not want to be here. It's going to be a mutual frag. Once again, we're 1 minute 30 seconds away from this, and they just keep hitting each other. But Leshka ends up losing out on that mega. We've got KeRpaL with 63 health. 8 seconds left to the red, and KeRpaL, yeah, he doesn't really know the timing of it. He's going to be doing a lap around the map right now. Yeah, he doesn't know the timing for anything. This was a problem for him last map as well.
Leshka really needs another weapon because he was in this position last time. There we go, yes.
Nice
actually
rocket.
gets an LG.
Yeah. Why are you here? But what? How did he get that anyway? What? He took almost nothing after 2 direct rocket donks to the forehead.
Oh, KeRpaL's in trouble.
This ties it back up 14 to 14. 50 seconds left on the clock. And this is a good rocket pop. Leshka should be able to take this no problem. And with the clean red armor after that, you know, he doesn't even really need to be solid on this mega. He could just kind of float around here. And wait for KeRpaL to come in. He's down in the cubby. You can see him poking over there like, are you actually just down there? Are you just going to sit down there? All right. I can hear you.
The balls on this guy.
Seriously. And Leshka's just baiting up that yellow. Yeah, perfect. Oh, he couldn't get in the second rail, though. He's able to get away with this red and double back around towards the mega, which, of course, isn't going to be up, but he can avoid. He's up by the 1 frag. Ooh. Oh, looks like he's getting nervous here. You can see the shakes coming out. He's got 6 seconds left to survive with 43 health. And here comes KeRpaL. He couldn't get any of those 5s. Oh, my God.
Oh, that was
Jeez.
close.
I was like, I can't even say anything. He's at 7 health and he missed
That-
picking up a 5 bubble. Like, fuck.
That movement was so erratic.